Danny Ainge out! Welcome to All Caps. So the Nets eliminated the Celtics. Quick note, never ever step on Lucky because apparently that's like sacred ground. Here's the last game in Boston where the Nets defeated the Celtics on their way to eventual series victory. Kyrie Irving saying goodbye to his good friend Lucky. Got him right in the eye. Like, I love this. I know Celtics fans got upset and one of them threw a full bottle of water, which, like, do you know how many people, like, in the world would love a bottle of water? That's just wasteful. And you missed, so you should be in jail, and you suck. I will say this, though. Isn't it great? Like, if the Celtics beat the Knicks in Madison Square Garden with everybody chanting, just 19 for Jason Tatum, and then Jason Tatum, like, hit the game winner and then fucking went to the Knicks logo at the center and fucking stomped on it, Celtics fans would be like, oh my God! Oh, wow, it's fucking incredible. Yeah, fuck up. Then they start playing Dropkick Murphys and everybody would love it. But it happened to you and you're mad. And it's fucking ridiculous. Kevin Garnett had to come out and say, that's lucky. Like, how dare you? And then the Celtics got eliminated on the road in front of a very mild crowd in Brooklyn. The crowd was going crazy, mostly because, like, all the trains were running express, so that was really exciting for them. And hours after the game, Danny Ainge has quit. Here's our good friend Shams Charania. Boston head coach Brad Stevens is planning to transition from his current role into becoming the new head of basketball ops of the Celtics, sources tell Athletic and Stadium. Danny Ainge plans to resign from his role as Celtics president, sources said, and that has happened. Why am I wearing the devil horns? Because I love it. I think this is great. Danny Ainge, please enjoy your retirement. It was a great time. He leaves with his 26-year streak of never hearing anything racist in Boston unbroken. It's an incredible streak by him, and we wish him the best.
I think Danny, the last few years have been rough for him, but I think it's because he kept going by Danny. Danny, you're not 5.
Oh, that's
you're
a great
15-year-old boy.
What age do you need to stop going by Danny?
17.
No, I think it's got to be like 30.
No, you can't be a 20-weight.
Here's the thing. 30 is hard cutoff, but you should really be thinking about it 25, 26, 27 on the way to 30. Danny? Billy? Billy is worse than Danny, right?
I'm sorry. I think the worst is Timmy.
Timmy is terrible. Timmy is like, are you 10? At 10, you need to move past Timmy. We're joined now by ESPN's Mina Kimes, a lifelong Nets fan, football expert, a mother of a wonderful dog, and someone who I believe has never purposefully stepped on the face of a leprechaun. What do the Knicks have to do to get you?
Rooting for the Knicks, for me, is not only like a joyless proposition, it's not profitable one in terms of clout acquisition. There are so many famous Knicks fans. I'm like, this is what I'm about to say is incredibly offensive. People have said I'm like the Spike Lee of the Nets already. Like, I ascended that ladder so quickly.
Ethan Hawke is absolutely fuming. He is irate.
It's like me, Ethan Hawke, Jeffrey Wright, who played Bernard in Westworld.
Well aware of him.
Torre. There's a few that I'm worried about. Like, I'm worried about the Pope. I don't know if you saw.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
Pope came out as a basketball fan. We know he loves a big 3.
You know, the Pope is very cagey. If you try to pin him down on his goat, whether it's the Father or the Son, obviously the Holy Ghost is bringing up the third. But whether it's the Father or the Son, he will never give you a straight answer. And I really don't like that about him.
You know what, though? You guys, Knicks, you've got Mike Francesca. We get the real Pope. Right. I love this head-to-head potential. They've got you as an Asian celebrity superfan. The Nets have me as an Asian celebrity superfan. The real two popes here.
Congratulations on the success of your beloved Brooklyn Nets, and I wish them well in getting fans down to the arena without having to resort to these really embarrassing kind of like, we will give you a free hot dog if you come to our playoff game. Go see the Nets, they're good. What are you going to do?
I wished you well on getting bounced in the first round.
Listen, it happens. Is it good that Derrick Rose at 32 is our best player in the playoffs? Probably not. Let's go to the family album. So the Hawks beat the Knicks 103-89, defeat them in 5 games in the first round of the playoffs. Many people had Knicks winning the series, which is the first time that I got truly nervous. It stung. I'll admit it. It hurt. The team desperately needs playmaking. People were clamoring, what? Yeah, you got to attack Trae Young on offense. Can't do it without a playmaker. It turns out that's really hard to hunt a player on offense when you don't have players who are used to dribbling like under playoff pressure. Julius Randle, great season, most improved player, one of my favorite Knicks, but he's not a top tier star, and the Knicks should go and try and find one. That's not a knock on him. I'd love to go down the road with Julius. I think he's great. He's just not the guide. And people say, well, that's because the Hawks were doubling him, and they were doubling and tripling him, and he was playing in space. Yeah, that means that he's not a superstar. You're kind of not a superstar. Luka Doncic, in his worst game against the Clippers, when he had a neck that was stiff and he was like going like this, he had 29 points. Like, that's just, when you're a superstar, you just do that. And he's and Julius is not, and that's not a big deal. That there's only like 6 or 7 or 8 people like that in the league. It's fine. All in all, great Knicks season. Tom Thibodeau, you did a great job. People will say you should have pushed more buttons. Like, there weren't that many more buttons you could push. Frank Ntilikina, he can't score. Would he do something defensively? Maybe. Start Alec Burks? What's that gonna do? That would have been nice, but then like you've got like dust bunnies and dried up jizz coming off the bench. Like, you're not gonna win. So, I think Tom Thibodeau did a good job all in all this season. People are saying, that the Knicks fans wanted the smoke and they got it, and then they got ran off and they won one game at home and they acted like they won the title. Yeah, so what? They did that. I'd do it again. Big fucking deal. You don't like it? Go fuck yourself. I'm sorry that your fucking team is so dead with no fun and no life.
Hi, everybody. This is Ms. J from America's Next Top Model, of course. And we're speaking about the angles of referees.
So David Guthrie is a referee in the NBA. He understands that he's on camera in a way that's different from the other refs. Zuri, can we go to the Bill Kennedy, the bad example? Here's an example of how some of the other referees do it. Yeah, it's very like hunched, and they're just there, just doing it. It's utilitarian. They're delivering the information. And David is he's using the angle. He's dipping the chin. Now, the issue is, this is the angle from the ESPN broadcast. Right. And he's great with it. But when the games are on TNT, they use a very low angle, and he hasn't adapted yet. Is there anything that can be done to get back the magic from the ESPN camera angle?
Yes, there is. Tell him to lift the goddamn camera up. We're looking at his gut.
Yeah, it's bad.
He's got Dunlap's disease, with his stomach Dunlapped over the waistband of his pants. Not, if any lower, be looking at his manly bits. So with that, the camera needs to be adjusted if he has any control, because that's just not a good angle at all. And we can see if he lifts his chin a bit, we can see what he's thinking, because we can look right in his nostrils. Now the question is, does he have control over that camera angle?
My guess is going to be no.
Okay, so I suggest that he squats. You need to come down and get into the camera this way.
Let's quickly run through some of the other photos if we can, just to get the Shay an idea of what we're working with. Here's a great one of David.
That's not bad. I mean, I just love that he's looking always very sexy, sultry when he looks at the camera. He's feeling himself. He's feeling himself.
One thing I wanted to point out very quickly, zoom in on his offhand. He used to have the hand in the pocket, and now he has it out so you can see the wedding ring. He wants people to know about that.
Are the ladies chasing him?
Oh, I would assume the smoldering nature of his review calls has been a point of discussion.
So that's how he's got the ladies, by smoldering and smizing. My black ass sitting there live would be hysterical. Calling out exactly like, no, that's sexy, that's beefcake, that's real hot, yeah, that's bathing, yeah, that's in the bay, that's at the beach, that's what you're gonna do. You're selling a suit, you're selling luggage, What are we selling right now?
Yeah.
He's looking very serious, very intense, and it's probably how he got his wife.
Miss J, thank you again for joining us. It has been a true pleasure.
See ya.
Brace yourself. The following is a paid program for Fans Gone Wild.
What's up? Let's go!
This spring, Fans Gone Wild traveled coast to coast, meeting thousands of sports fans to find the wildest, most insane, and potentially criminal fans in the country.
Wow.
These are the kind of fans that drive you mad and make you think, hey, should I get a COVID test? I mean, I think this guy just hocked a loogie on me. Drunk fans, dumb fans, drunk dumb fans, fans who ate popcorn.
Russell Westbrook, he went crazy.
Fans who are overly attached to a drawing of a leprechaun. Fans who have bad aim. Get Fans Gone Wild, Dumbest Fans in America on DVD, Blu-ray, and VHS for only $9.99. That's 0.3% of the price of the seats the Knicks fans spit at Trae Young from.
I dare motherfucker spit on me.
But wait, there's more. Act now and you'll also get the all-new Fans Gone Wild Couples Edition for absolutely free. Because you'll need your money for bail. Operators are standing by. Let's go to the scroll. The Mavs fans fighting each other over parking. I just want to flag one thing. First, the first slap through the window when he hits the monster choppers guy, what appears to be the dad from like Orange County Choppers. The camera person appears to be, I want to say 40 to 50 feet away, and there is the ambient sound of a parking garage, and that slap cuts through. It like, you can fucking hear it. He wrung that motherfucker's face. I knew it was over when Orange County Choppers got out and threw two punches, or one punch, and then just like fell over by the force of his punch. Let's go. Ah! Ooh. And then pa! I love that it was one punch and you're down. There's no need to ground and pound if it's a street fight. You get that one in, the person goes down, and you've made your point. The great thing about it is it's 3 Luka jerseys, and they're all alts. They're all alternate Luka jerseys. Yeah, be careful out there in Texas, and I love everything I'm saying. I'm taking it. Let's shout out the security guard for the Washington Wizards, who made one of the great open field tackles that we have seen in the DC, Virginia area in the last 10 months. What a tackle. I mean, right around the legs. That's how they teach you to do it. Look at this. Oh! He gets... I hate it. Don't do this. I love the tackle, but I dislike fans just being idiots. I know we've all been inside for like a year and no one knows how to act in person anymore. I don't know how to have conversations. Like, I will just bring stuff up without any context and be like, hey, you remember Kleenex or something? Like, without any like transitions in conversations. I get that, but don't do this. I hate it. Finally, the Sixers have moved on. Status of Joel Embiid is up in the air. I'll just say that I think everybody needs a Doc Rivers in their life. Ben Simmons can't score. He's not a good scorer. We all know that. Shoots with the wrong hand. But he's a great defender. Incredible in the open court. He rebounds. He's a phenomenal playmaker. He's not good at certain things. Here's Doc Rivers talking about Ben. You guys keep this Ben Simmons narrative alive, which to me is freaking insane. How good this guy is and all the thing he does. Ben is not a 40-point guy. Then he's asked about Ben Simmons shooting, like 50% from the line. Not well from the line. If you split those free throws analytically, you'll take a point per possession. He did that. I have no issues with him hitting 1 of 2 free throws all the time. I didn't think that changed the game all for us. I just love this. First of all, as a coach, that's what you're supposed to do, is just like doggedly defend your guy no matter what. Is Ben going to go out there and score 30, 40, and hit like 4 threes in a game? No, he's not going to do that. But he does a lot of other things for us. When we come into the locker room, everybody's sneakers are perfectly lined up in front of their locker. And nobody asked him to. He just does it. Every person in this arena, you want him to score 30, 40 points, Ben knows everybody who works here. He knows their name. Think about that next time you're criticizing him. So on the one hand, like, Doc is doing exactly what Doc needs to do. I think it's great. I wish I had a Doc in my life that was just being like, Jason missed a deadline, but he does other stuff. Who cares? I just wish I had this person. On the other hand, if you're a Sixers fan, it is absolutely fine for you to be like, I wish this guy could shoot. Like, can this guy just, like, learn to shoot? Wouldn't that be great? Wouldn't that solve a lot of fucking problems? It's okay to want that, too. I'll just say. Anyway, I think Doc's doing a great job. And I love him.
So you are saying you want to call Danny DeVito Daniel DeVito?
Well, it works for Danny DeVito because he's 3 foot whatever. So Danny is playing into it. Dan DeVito is playing into it because he's Danny DeVito and he's a fun guy and it's comedy also.